You're leaving half the information on your charts out there if you're not doing this. So when you're looking at any sort of price action, in this case, it's a decline from a high. The high of that bar, most people, newer traders, seasoned traders would look at it and say, hey, that's important resistance. But you're leaving a lot of information that could be useful out on the table if you don't capture two other key levels. One is the low of the bar that made the high. So I call this an old low, meaning it's since been traded through, right? Price action took it out, but it could provide resistance. And we see this example here with this stock LITE on this day. The resistance was up at 714 and it was temporarily breached, but the day only went up to 715.73 and then backed off. The next piece that you're leaving on the table, if you're not monitoring, is the middle of the bar that makes the high. So it's not just the high, it's not just the old low, it's the middle of that. And what I do is I take a Fibonacci tool and I just hack it so that I just plot 50%. And that way I can quickly ascertain the high, the old low, and the midpoint. And you can flip this and reverse it if you're looking at support, and this will provide you even more useful price floors and ceilings in your analysis. Flipping the switch. This is something that happens a lot with support and resistance, so keep track of the levels you're marking on whatever securities you trade. For example, on this stock, HIMS, there had been support at 23.97 all the way back here from the announcement of tariffs week in April 2025. And I had labeled that as support. Then the market broke below it and is now coming back. And look at how it's retesting the level. So if you use color-coded support and resistance like I do, you don't want to keep that as a solid line. That might mess with your head to think it's still valid as support. Instead, though, go ahead and make the line dashed at the first step. That way you know, hey, this was a previous level and now it's being retested. And if you want, you can even just change the color to gray or whatever's neutral for you. So you know, hey, this was a previous support. It kind of is turning into resistance, but I still want to see how the market action plays out here. Because many times what you'll see is that a prior important support level, okay, not just like a little itty bitty 1 minute bar low, but something significant from a daily time frame or higher can turn into its opposite, in this case, support becoming resistance, and be useful to add to your analysis no matter what you're looking at.